Gwe nina migimewa Jack Taloisi Sarah, Gwe Gespege Wage, Gwe Manawaki Anishinaabe Kwe. My name is Sarah Rude, and I'm a Mi'kmaq Algonquin woman. Through my mother and through my father, my ancestors settled in Mi'kmaq territory from England, Ireland, and France. I'm the District Aboriginal Art and Culture Facilitator for School District 61. I think we'd have to start from the very beginning, which is making sure that we met the cultural as well as legal protocols in our school district to be able to bring this in a good way. So it started at the very beginning with meeting with local elders and the education liaison from the Songhees Nation. Nella Nelson, who was our coordinator at the time, she went and spoke to Chief of Esquimalt Nation, spoke to Songhees Nation, and made sure that this was all being done in the way that local people thought was good and were okay with and were comfortable with. And out of that came that we needed to be singing some of the songs from the land and from Vancouver Island. So we have these 6 songs in our school district that through good protocol, legally and culturally, we're able to sing in just our school district. And what also came out of that discussion was that if we were going to be doing this work, that the teachers and the students had to develop a relationship and an understanding of what it meant to be the keeper of a drum and to develop a relationship with that drum. So we were asked to start at the very beginning and have teachers and students make drums, bring those drums to life so that they developed that relationship and that respect from the very beginning, and then to learn the teachings of the drums, and then to learn the songs. And the composers of the songs were also brought in to teach the teachers in the school district. And we recorded those songs so that we have those in order to be able to teach. And then another thing is that we always make sure that teachers don't just pick up a drum and start teaching, that somebody has come in and worked with them so that they know how to do this in a good way.
I was just very curious about the drumming that was happening at our school, and I wanted to get connected with it. But the biggest piece for me to overcome as a music teacher was that I didn't want to do it wrong. I didn't want to be disrespectful. And yeah, so I had to do a lot of watching and listening. And then when I made a drum, I think that's when I had the courage to ask questions about how can we do this more, how can I get more involved. So I just taking the step and having the courage to ask questions, I think, was my biggest opponent in getting started. One of the teachings that had been shared with me by Giglius Nelson is if you do it with a good heart, you can't do it wrong.
It's one thing to just pick up a drum and play it, but it's a totally new experience making or playing the drum that you've made and going through the process of awakening it, painting it, and caring for the drum.
It was very fun. We were taught to just have good feelings because it goes into your drum and it gives your drum emotion. So we were all in a good mood the whole time, so it just made the experience even more fun, even when it was frustrating at some times, but we just kept a good mood, and then overall I really enjoyed it, so I went and did another one the next year.
So this is a song called the Gratitude Song, and it's created by Elder Jessica Salt, a Nuu-chah-nulth elder, and she created the song after completing a program and felt immense gratitude. And then she created this song came out of that event. And we have permission in our class to learn this song because our school district has done the appropriate cultural protocols to culturally purchase this song, essentially. So, yeah. think the important thing when kids are in circle is that they are respectful and aware of the teachings that are being shared with them. Sitting in circle is one of the first experiences they have with learning about First Nations culture. And by sitting in circle and calling our ancestors into the circle by introducing ourselves is an important way to connect with each other, with the land, with our ancestors, and being together as a community at that time. And I love the fact that we can sit in circle, be connected. Not one person is more important than another person, and that itself is a teaching that has been shared and has been a gift, I guess, to me as an educator.
I think I appreciate how open everyone is to letting you come in to the circle, because I'm a grade 9 and this is my first year doing drumming at Esquimalt, and being welcomed into it every day is very, it makes me feel very happy to be able just to be a part of it and get to drum with everyone else.
I definitely can't relate being in circle to much because it is kind of its own separate thing. And when you're in a circle, you're in a part of a group. You're not just one person in a circle of many. It's everyone in the circle together. And you're all facing towards each other so you can see each other and hear each other sing and talk. And it's definitely an uplifting experience. If you're down, you can raise your emotions kind of through drumming and being with everyone together.
I love this work because I think it's a way of honoring the land and the place that we live and that we get to live. And I absolutely love watching and witnessing how the students learn about the land and therefore a little bit about themselves through the process of drumming, learning songs, learning about culture.
We're here on this land, so it's something that we're connected to. If you're in another country, you would learn their origins and traditions. So when we're drumming, we're just connecting ourselves to the land, and it's a fun experience. So you're getting to learn about the past and the history in a fun way that anybody can do.
I think it's really important that people are mindful of the fact that in different territories and in different lands, people will have different protocols around how to bring drums into your school district in a good way. And this is how we do it here. As a Mi'kmaq woman, I'm following the protocol of the territory that I'm on. And I think that that's an important thing to note, that no matter where you are, the most important first step is to connect with community and find out how you can do this in a good way, regardless of whether you're First Nations or you're an ally. It's important to start with the local person.